Well, we got a very special show for you this Saturday afternoon. It is checking out Defiance, Ohio. You know, there's a lot here and a lot of history. We stopped by the Agles Village and checked that out. There is a college here in Defiance that we had an opportunity to sit down with the president and learn more about what they're doing. Renee?
Well, thanks, Mike. We are having so much fun here in Defiance, learning about art, learning about the history. There's so much to do when you visit here. I'm Renee Warner, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are Out and About Columbus. Defiance has got it going on, from theater and arts to music festivals to all kinds of other activities. This is the place to be this summer. Kirsty told us about some of the events you can look forward to, as well as some of the new development they have planned. Well, Kirsty, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you for having us out today.
Thank you so much for being here in Defiance. We are really honored to have you guys here.
Well, thank you so much. You know what? Defiance is the place to be. Yes. There is so much going on here, but what more is in store for the summer?
There is so much going on. You're absolutely right. We just finished up 2 major events within the downtown area, but then we also have a lot of other events going on as well. We have a balloon festival coming up. We have a river fest coming up, because Defiance is really unique. We have a confluence of rivers, so we love to do things surrounding that, but we want other people to see it as well. So we actually created an event to do that.
Downtown is really awesome. It's really happening. Tell us about what you have going on for downtown.
Downtown Defiance, you're absolutely right, is really up and coming again, and we're really excited to see the things that are going on. We have created a downtown farmers market. This will be the 2nd year for that, and we're actually changing locations a little bit to make it easier to see as you're driving through downtown. We have some great sponsors who are going to help us out, and that new location, again, not only more visible, but a little bit calmer with some of the areas and making it a little bit more serene for the musicians and a little bit more enjoyable to walk around in the downtown area.
Well, it definitely sounds like a lot of fun. I know people from Columbus area would love to come up and experience this. How do we find out more information so we can do it?
You definitely want to check out our website, which is visitdefianceohio.com. We are actually the hub for the community calendar as well. So you go on, you click calendar, and you see all of the events going on in Defiance.
Kirsty, thank you again so much for having us and being able to share all this with us, because this place is the place to be.
Thank you very much. Again, thank you so much for being here. We are very, very honored, and we want everybody to come check out what Defiance has to offer.
On our visit to Defiance, we actually stopped by the Defiance College and talked to Rich Ann Mankey, who's the president of the college, to learn about the opportunities here and why college is such a great investment for today's youth. Well, Rich Ann, welcome down to Columbus. Good to have you on the show.
Well, thank you for being here.
So we are at the Defiance College, right?
Yes, you are. It's a beautiful day to be on campus here. It is summer, so we're post-graduation.
So tell me what you love about the college.
I love what we are able to accomplish with students. We have great people, great professionals who draw out that potential from students. They see it, maybe even before the student sees it, and they can draw it out and help the student realize that. I think that's my favorite thing.
Speaking of that, what's some of your largest programs here?
Our largest programs are social work, education, criminal justice, and business. We just reinstituted or re-engineered business to function in concentrations. So we have a general course study and then several concentrations that students can use to get their degrees.
Well, how affordable is the Defiance College?
We think it's a good value. And one of the reasons we think that is because of all the private schools in Ohio, students are more likely to graduate on time, so there's less time making up courses and less lost time working in the world. And we're dealing with sticker shock when we're looking at a private institution. We add millions of dollars to financial aid every year. So if you look at what our stated cost is, it's not that. And it can be almost half that if a student turns in a FAFSA and works with financial aid based on their need and their merit level, so their academic performance in high school.
Sounds like a quality education and a great institution. Give us some contact information for people who may want to explore a little bit further here.
So our website is www.defiance.edu, and a phone number to contact would be 419-783-2300.
Thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
The city of Defiance is rich in history, and the Andrew L. Tuttle Memorial Museum is the place to come to experience some of that. Jan told us more about some of the things you can learn about when you visit the museum. Well, Jan, it is lovely to meet you.
So good to have you here.
Thank you for having us out to the Andrew L. Tuttle Memorial Museum. Tell us exactly what people are going to find when they come here.
Well, this is a local history museum. We focus on the history of Defiance and the surrounding area. It was actually the result of a bequeathment from Andrew Tuttle, who was a resident of Defiance.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the history of Defiance, because this really helped shape what happened in Ohio.
Yes, it did, and in the whole of the United States as it came to be. This area of Ohio was known as the Great Black Swamp, so it was settled last. But in spite of the difficulty of travel through here and settlement, there were explorers, there were trappers. Perhaps the one thing that we focus on, and the place where the city got its name, was Fort Defiance, which is at the confluence of the Auglaize and Maumee rivers, and was built by General Mad Anthony Wayne on his campaign to the Battle of Fallen Timbers. We are marking the 225th anniversary of the building of Fort Defiance this year.
So much history here. It's amazing. Tell us how we can find out more information about the museum.
Well, you can call us at 419-782-0746. Or you can go to the website, which is www.tuttlemuseum.com.
Wonderful. Jan, thank you so much again for sharing all this information. And this is really a neat place to stop if you visit Defiance.
It is. Please come and see us.
Coming up, we're going to tell you where you can take an airplane ride and enjoy some hot air balloons. Stay with us.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Well, Independence Dam State Park is situated along the Maumee River here in Defiance, and they have a lot to offer, from campgrounds, special events, and just a lot going on. Karen Beckman told us all about why you want to come here and try out one of those primitive campsites. Well, Karen, welcome down about Columbus. Good to have you in Independence Dam State Park on the show.
It's so nice to meet you, Mike. I'm glad you're here, and it's a beautiful sunny day.
It is, and we've been waiting on one of these. Well, tell us a little bit about the park and why people would want to visit here.
Here at Independence Dam State Park, we are in between the Maumee River and the Miami-Erie Canal, and it's just a beautiful park where you can hike or ride bikes or rollerblade. There's camping here. There's a playground.
Now, are the campground, is that new this year?
We're on our third year. It's a primitive campground. We made the sites extra large. And again, there's only 25 sites. It's tent camping only. And there are some sites that you can actually just go down the embankment a little bit and fish right from your site. Each site has picnic tables and fire rings.
How busy does this get in the summertime? Because I went to state parks and they were packed.
This park is pretty comfortable. We have a lot of people that are usually hiking or walking or running, and a lot of people sit at the dam and just the serenity of the dam and watching the waterfalls. Our campground, like I said, it's primitive camping, so there's a certain niche of people that just like to tent camp.
You know, one of the things that's great about Ohio State Parks is, and I hear this from other states, You don't charge to come in to
Absolutely.
a state park, and that's amazing.
We're one of just a few states that doesn't charge, so you can just come in and enjoy the scenery and just have a good time. Have a picnic, go rollerblading, go hiking, whatever you'd like to do. It's a nice place to just come and enjoy nature.
Well, give us some contact information where we can look at all the state parks in Ohio.
You would go to ohiostateparks.org, or we have a Facebook page. It's Independence Dam State Park, and you can check out all of our events and stuff. Check us out at ohiostateparks.org.
Yep. Check it out. Karen, great talking to you. Thanks so much. Great information on the park. Thank you.
The city of Defiance is a vibrant and progressive community with a lot of growth and expansion to come. We talked with Mayor Mike McCann, who told us more about their plans to build their community. Well, Mayor Mike McCann, it is a pleasure to meet you.
Well, Renee, it's just a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having us out. I got to tell you, it's summertime, and you guys have a fabulous water park. Tell us about your water park.
You know, we do have a great water park. 3 years ago when I became mayor, that was the site of a blighted swimming pool. It had been closed for years and years and years. And one of the things I was going to work towards was cleaning up our community. And I knew the first I had to clean up my own yard. So that pool was blighted. We removed it. We built a splash park. It's a great facility. It is barrier-free for all groups. It's a great place to take your family through the day, and it is very well attended. And you know, it's a regional thing. We were out there one day, and 7 counties' license plates were parked in our parking lot.
You know what? We have to tell you, your downtown is absolutely gorgeous. Tell us what you have planned for your downtown.
Our downtown is getting to be a real exciting place, and I think businesses are starting to recognize that. They're keeping more customer-friendly hours. What we see and what excites me the most is we're beginning to get individuals buying buildings downtown, and they have great plans. I've seen their plans. They want to have people living upstairs, businesses down below, pubs, brew places, you know, just there's going to be a lot of activity downtown that you see in larger cities that we need to do here.
Well, it's a wonderful city and a wonderful place for people in Columbus to visit. How do we find out more information about Defiance?
You know, our city website, cityofdefiance.com, has all the information, not about what's going on, knowing what's going on here at the city, but there's links to our Chamber of Commerce, our Downtown Development and Visitors Bureau. It's all there. Just go to the cityofdefiance.com, and I think you could spend a day on our website and learn just about everything you want to know.
Wonderful. Thanks again for having us here.
Thank you, Renee. We enjoyed having you.
Well, you know, one of the premier events for the United Way of Defiance County is their annual Hot Air Balloon Festival, and there is a ton of activities. It's worth driving up for or flying in if you're a pilot here at Defiance County Airport. We talked to Carrie, and she told us more. Well, Carrie, welcome out about Columbus. Good to have you and the United Way of Defiance County on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for including us today.
So the reason we came out to the airport is because one of your biggest fundraisers of the year is your Hot Air Balloon Festival, and that's coming up. So tell us when that's happening.
That is happening on Saturday, August the 3rd, right here at the Defiance County Airport.
And what activities are people going to find if they come up for this?
Well, there's 2 times to come. So in the morning, you can come and enjoy a 5K fun run and a 1-mile walk right here at the airport. And then we have tethered balloon rides going on. And this year, we are inviting the Holy Toledo Donut Truck will be here too.
So everybody enjoy those hot air balloons and the airplane rides and all that kind of stuff. I imagine that's huge for people.
It is. In the morning, there's only 2 times that balloons can fly, and that's in the morning and in the evening. So we plan accordingly around both of those times. The gates will open up at 5 o'clock for the evening activities. There will be food trucks and kids inflatables and kids rides. There will be a marketplace going on, a touch-a-truck event, and then we also have a band this year. We have Caitlin Schmidt in the Move and a beer garden. So all kinds of family fun activities taking place right here at the airport on August 3rd.
So let's get a little bit of contact information as to how we can learn more about United Way of Defiance County, but also this event, because even though this is going to air in Columbus, Ohio, a lot of pilots in Columbus, they love to fly to these kind of events.
Take a peek at our website, unitedwaydefiance.org, or you can contact our office at 419-782-3510.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great event. Carrie, thanks so much for being part of the show.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
The City of Defiance has just opened a brand new 6 through 12 school that features some of the best facilities in all of Ohio. We spoke with Bob, who told us more about some of the features their school offers the students. Well, Bob, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you so much for having us out to Defiance Middle High School.
It's a pleasure having you. Thanks for reaching out to us and highlighting our school amongst the great things going on in our community.
Yeah, well, I have to tell you, this is one of the most beautiful schools I've ever seen. Tell us about how you came to get this beautiful new school.
Well, first and foremost, community support allows us to be able to have such a wonderful facility. We partnered with the state of Ohio in the Schools Facilities Project. We're able to combine a middle school and a high school into one facility.
It is very exciting. I know that you really have some neat features here in this school. Let's talk about some of the things that help you to stand out.
Well, first of all, the number one thing that helps us stand out are our students. Our students are outstanding young people. Our CAD laboratory is outstanding. We're one of the only schools in Northwest Ohio that has a official CAD lab where students earn college credit. Of course, a highlight of any school is their gymnasium. Our gymnasium, in my opinion, is the most outstanding gymnasium in the state of Ohio for high school. That space is used for a variety of reasons, not just athletics, but also for performances as well as community events.
Well, I have to tell you, you really can tell that the community supports your schools just by looking around. The kids look happy. Everybody here looks happy. It's a wonderful place. How can people find out more about your schools?
Well, first thing they can do is they can learn as much information that's available at our website at www.defiancecityschools.org. Of course, the old-fashioned telephone and reaching out to us via telephone, calling us 419-784-2777.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for showing off your beautiful school to the folks back in Central Ohio, and I'm sure that they would want to know more.
Absolutely. We're excited, and we do exist in Northwest Ohio, so that the Columbus area, when they see it, come visit us. You'll be excited to see what we have.
Thank you. The City of Defiance has some wonderful theater and music events coming up this summer. Don't go away. Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/outandaboutcolumbus.
Well, we stopped by Oglays Village, and this is an historic village that not only has a lot of historic buildings, but it's got a train museum and a ton of events. We talked to Trish Spicer. She told us more. Well, Trish, welcome to Out and About Columbus. Good to have you in Oglays Village on the show.
Thanks for coming out.
So tell us a little bit about what visitors are going to find here that visit Oglays Village.
Oglays Village is an extensive pioneer museum. We have actual buildings from pioneer days that were moved here, and we've created a pioneer village with that. And then we have several smaller sub-museums, a model railroad museum, a military museum, just a few specialty items like that, natural science museum.
What's the oldest building here? Give us some of the history here.
Now, the oldest building is probably the Kinner Cabin, which is a two-story log home that was moved from the Ayersville area.
And we're in a schoolroom, right? Schoolhouse, the old-time schoolhouse.
Yep, we are in the Sherry School. Yep, that was located just south of where the village stands today. Everything's Defiance County. Nearly everything that's here is from Defiance County. It's very focused on the immediate area.
Tell us about some of the events you have coming up, because I saw you had quite a little list there.
Okay, so then we're having Chautauqua, which is held here. The entire county is participating, but that's in celebration of 225 years of Fort Defiance. It kind of kicks off our county events. That is a 5-day event put on by Ohio Humanities, and that is from June 4th through June the 8th. The village will open every day at 1, and the performances start under the Chautauqua tent. Live music at 6:30 every night, followed by performances. And then the end of June, the last weekend of June, I believe it's the 22nd, 23rd, is the Civil War event.
Well, a lot going on here. Well, where can we learn more?
You can visit our website, www.oglaysvillagemuseum.org, or you can try us on our Facebook page. We really like to communicate that way. Lots of activity there.
Yeah, fantastic. Trish, great place. Thanks so much for having us out.
No problem. Thank you.
The Defiance Community Cultural Council is the place to come where you can experience the art scene here in the city of Defiance. We talked with Roger, who told us more about some of the great events you can see coming up this summer. Well, Roger, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you so much for having us out to the Defiance Community Cultural Council.
Renee, welcome to Defiance, and welcome to the Defiance Community Cultural Council, or as we say, DCCC.
Yeah, that's
you get
easier.
Lost in the C's.
You know, let's talk about this building that you guys are in because it's beautiful. Tell us a little bit about the history.
This was built back by the Baptist Church, and it for years and years was that. As a matter of fact, my parents were married here. Wow. The Baptists built a new church, and then they gave this edifice to the city.
That's incredible. You have actually a jazz fest. Tell us about that coming up.
It's one of the gems that we produce every year. It's called Take Me to the Rivers. It's the annual Defiance Jazz Festival, and it's always on the Saturday preceding Father's Day. So in June, you've got beautiful weather, and you're at the banks of the Maumee and All-Glaze River, where the confluence is. So you've got a beautiful, scenic opportunity, as well as an artistically wonderful evening of jazz music.
Tell us how we can find out more information about this program so we can come out and not only enjoy the Jazz Festival, but also see some of your wonderful productions.
Well, defiancearts.org is our website that has all of our historical information. It has all of our production information.
Wonderful, Roger. Great information, wonderful history. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Renee. And come to Defiance and enjoy it.
Well, I'll tell you, we see a lot of unique programs on this show, but beekeeping is one we haven't seen, and Defiance County has put together a terrific program. We learned more from Ryan Mack, a county commissioner, and also Jamie Walters, who told us all about this. He's a part of the Black Swamp Beekeepers Association. Welcome down about Columbus. Good to have you on the show, Ryan.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the show. Let's talk a little bit about this project behind us. This is pretty unique, I got to say, for a county to do this. So tell us how this got started, how long it's been here.
Yeah, so it's been in progress for about 2 years with our county apiary inspector, and it really came about because our current Board of County Commissioners feel strongly about conservation of our natural resources in Northwest Ohio and in Defiance County. We don't just want to protect and conserve them, we want to help with the way our residents interact with nature.
Yeah. How long has this been here?
The actual structure's been here for about a year. We've been working on it for, what, two and a half years probably.
Well, Denny, turning to you, let's learn a little bit about, now that it's built, the structure's here, what can we do?
The Pollinator Sanctuary and Training Facility started just with there's a lack of beekeepers and good beekeeping. So we wanted to turn around and cross the bridge between good beekeeping and let the kids come out and see where their food is coming from. Now that we've come out, we've had over 100 different people from the public. We've had master gardeners, we've had school kids, homeschoolers come out. We can put them into veils, and we can go out and actually open up a hive and let the kids and the public, general public, look inside of a honeybee hive and see what's going on.
What happens with the honey?
The honey, if it's your own hives, you can take that honey yourself. If it's honey that the club has produced, we're going to turn around and have this year at different events where we have frames of honey and we let the kids take a spinner or an extractor and spin that honey out, and the kids will get to receive some of that honey themselves.
Well, Jamie, tell us more about how people can learn about this and actually come out and participate.
Yes, you can go to Facebook, you can go to Black Swamp Beekeepers Association, or you can also get suited up and we can take you on the inside and actually let you see where the bees are coming and what they're doing.
What a unique project. Jamie, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Ryan, thank you so much.
If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. onacolumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events. Defiance is an up-and-coming tourist destination for people in Central Ohio. We talked with Jerry from Economic Development to find out more on what makes them so successful. Well, Jerry, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thanks for having us out.
Well, thank you.
Jerry, you're in charge of the economic development for Defiance. Tell us a little bit about what the natural resources are that help you do your job.
Well, yes, we're very lucky here in Northwest Ohio. We have an abundance of water, and our sources of water is coming via the river system, so that gives us fantastic capacities of water for industrial uses.
So what kinds of things do you do with these resources to help better develop the area?
Well, as an example, we promote that water supply for companies, particularly in steel or food manufacturing, and we're blessed to have all that water, and we have some footholds in those industries.
What are some of the future endeavors that you see happening with economic development?
Yes. Well, we have a strong base in manufacturing. We, of course, have had a General Motors plant here since 1948. And we also have 2 Johns Manville fiberglass plants. So those are a couple of our bases. But looking forward, as I mentioned earlier, we're trying to do more in food manufacturing and food distribution. And also, then we want to try and get into the distribution and fulfillment center operation a little bit more.
I have learned so much about Defiance since my stay here, and I'm sure others want to know more about this too. How can they find out more information?
Well, yes, you can reach a lot of information on our website, which is www.defecon.com. That's DEFECON. Or you could call our office at 419-784-4471.
Wonderful. Jerry, thank you so much for your great information today.
Well, you're welcome, Renee. Thank you.
Well, if you've heard about the algae blooms on Lake Erie and some of the runoff and some of the problems it's causing, well, some of those problems are being resolved right here at the Defiance College. We talked to Agnes Caldwell. She knows more about the special project that was a collaboration between the college and the city of Defiance. Well, Agnes, welcome down about Columbus. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So there was a project that happened between the city of Defiance, the college, and College Place. So tell us a little bit about that.
Happy to. So one of the things that the college, the city, and the community has been very concerned with is water quality. Coming out of the 2014 algae bloom crisis in Lake Erie, we all recognize that we play an important role geographically in this region because we are located on the confluence of the Maumee and the Auglaize River. And so in the process of working with the city, we learned that this project was going to be done with the street, and what we decided to do was invest a bit more together to engage in some drainage that has to do with the way they built the road. So we used a particular system here that involves the trees you see behind us, as well as a number of biomaterials underneath the surface that helps to clean up the water as it comes off and runs off. And so we're really proud to be part of a project in which we all are taking our responsible citizenship so strongly, which is part of our college mission, but also to be part of a collaboration in the community.
So why is this so important? I think that's the key point we want to get to.
Well, water is the most precious resource here on Earth, and so taking care of that, what runs into that lake impacts everyone and everything, and it also has impacts, obviously, in terms of businesses and folks who make their living coming off the lake.
Agnes, great information. How do we learn more?
You can learn more by coming to Defiance College's webpage, www.defiance.edu.
Fantastic. Agnes, great information. Thanks again for being on the show.
Thank you.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.